destroy the content creator program, which is perfectly fine after they fixed it. Destroy the moderation team from within. Kept some people in the moderation team that they shouldn't have kept. And because they did that, you lost 40,000 people from your Discord. And a lot of server boost. So you lost that. You try to silence people who make articles. Maybe I'm a little bit angry. But maybe I'm just like so tired that my anger just sounds like disappointment. This will go on YouTube. And, you know, full clarity here. If you like Snowbreak, keep playing Snowbreak. If you enjoy Snowbreak, continue to play Snowbreak. That is fine. Chances are the mass majority who aren't involved in what Snowbreak does and are just enjoying the game casually, with no idea of what's happening, that's great, and they probably aren't even watching this video. But if you clicked on this video, then you probably are interested or wondering what's going on with Snowbreak. Yeah. So again, if you like the game, play the game. Whatever, man. It's not gonna hurt me. You can play what you want. I don't care. I don't care. Now, you're probably looking at this this Reddit post saying Snowbreak continues to screw over their content creators. Well, let me give you a silver lining. It's not really like the whole picture here. I remember a while back, this kind of thing happened. Like they lower the rewards, or like they were pretty shitty. I'm not gonna lie. The content creator team has always been shitty. I made a post about that. I bitched and moaned, and people said stuff like, "Oh, you're just mad that your free stuff is getting lowered," and etc. It's not what it was about. It's about the communication and how bad of a program it was. As a matter of fact, the last time I ever made content for Snowbreak, I believe, was 6 months ago. Let me double check. Yeah, it was 6 months ago. So, you know, I don't have a dog in the fight here. And one of the reasons why I made this video was because I was on the front page of Twitch. And I was going to stream Snowbreak and try to introduce a bunch of people to Snowbreak. All the content I've made for this game, it's been kind of neutral, positive, or negative, depending on what happens. But again, if you like the game, keep playing the game. Keep playing the game, right? But anyway, I stopped making content for the game because I pretty much quit being a content creator for it. All right, so let me clarify. I didn't get kicked out of the program or removed or anything. It was a joke of a program to begin with. I just stopped doing it because, I mean, if you have a program that kind of treats you like shit, and tries to damage control everything, and then goes back on their word, then I don't want to be a part of it, right? And I wasn't going to make a big deal about it. I was just going to go and do my own thing. I was going to make it like a grand exit. I was very quiet. I quietly left. Didn't want any drama. I didn't care. I didn't care. I was like, I'm going to go do other stuff. I'm going to focus on myself. You know, made some Girls Frontline videos. It really popped off with Wuthering Waves here. Made some, this one didn't do so well, but that's okay. It wasn't a gacha game. But ultimately, you know, I stopped making Snowbreak content because I just didn't like how they respected their creators. I didn't like how they respected their community. Because it's pretty bad, guys. It's pretty bad about what they've done. And we'll get into that. Full transparency, by the way. Quick side note. This video is going on like 100K views. Didn't make me happy, by the way. This is when I really found out that going super hard in content creation probably isn't me. I just like to do my own thing. So yeah, you know, people would look at this video like, wow, you did so good, but it didn't make me happy. So that's a whole nother thing. I'm just going to go do my own thing, you know, whatever. I don't really care about the algorithm dollars anymore, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, let's get back to the main fat of it all. So, you know, for anyone who's watching this video, maybe you don't know, all right? I was like the biggest content creator for Snowbreak. I was a pretty consistent creator. Sure, cool. But there was another person who basically was like the LeBron James of Snowbreak content creation, right? And his name is Vicyush, and you guys have heard me say Vicyush a lot. He's been on this channel quite a bit, and he's like the he's like the spine of everything, because he is the only one who's writing articles, meta reports. He doesn't have I think he has a YouTube channel, but mostly he just writes articles, right? And he's like the only facet left that goes out of his way to make this kind of content. And what's crazy is that other content creators, me included, would sometimes just read his shit, right? We would just read his article and just say, all right, Vicyush, thanks for the article. Can't wait to read out loud for people who don't want to read, you know? But he got treated like shit, right? The one thing I've always respected about Vicyush, like he's like the polar opposite of me, is that Vicyush will handle things as maturely as possible, right? But me, I'm like the exact opposite. Like Vicyush is calm and collective, but I'm like almost like a mad dog sometimes. Like if someone screws me over, I'll take it on the chin. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll bitch and moan, but I'll move on, right? But when someone fucks over a friend of mine, which Vicyush is a friend of mine, that is the only motivation I need to make this video. That is the only motivation I name. It wasn't because the content creator rewards got removed. It wasn't because they stopped talking to us. It wasn't because they ruined the goddamn Discord, which again, we'll get to all of this later. But all that, literally all the ways they have self-sabotaged the global side of this game, I can just forget and move on from all of that. Like I even told Vicyush that before, like I don't want to get into any of this anymore. I just want to go and live my life. Though when they fuck him over, I'm like, okay, cool. I guess I'm going to stream. I guess I'm going to make this video. Not really the most grand re-entrance I want to make to my YouTube channel, but whatever. Whatever. So anyway, what happened, right? Well, again, Vicyush is the most mature person I know. And you know it's bad when the most mature person I know has to make an article about how horrible this program has been. New people started to come into the Discord server. New people literally from China. I'm not going to sugarcoat. Like people literally from China kind of came into the Discord, looked at everything this global Discord has become, with the resources available, the meta discussion available, the place where people can post their content, literally everything. They looked at all of this and kind of just ripped the roots out and said, we're going to do it this way, right? And that kind of sucks, right? Like, you know, when you get a new boss or your company sells out and you have to like, you know, have all these new policies and stuff, that sucks, right? So that's kind of like what happened. That's what happened, man. These new people came in, looked at everything that was honestly pretty good about the global side, and they said, nope, screw that. We're going to change everything. And that's kind of the crazy part. Because, again, that's something I was quiet about. I didn't bring that up because I didn't care anymore. Because I quit. But that's the craziest part. Is the fact that there was literally nothing wrong. Everything was fine. The most they had to do was to just leave it alone. There was no issue. I have heard rumors, and I can't prove this. I don't know if it's true. I hope it's not true. About how a lot of CM players do not like the global side of Snowbreak. And hey, if there's anything you want to know about the China side of Snowbreak, I kind of have a lot of videos on those too, about how they basically bullied a cosplayer because of something she said 10 years ago, about how they have some really schizos attitudes. It's a lot. It's a very deranged community. I'm just gonna say it, right? I'm not saying the global side is. I'm just gonna say the sea inside of Snowbreak is a very deranged community. And that's what's funding their pockets. So sure, you know what? I can't even blame them for that. If you want to make your biggest whales happy, honestly, from a business point of view, I can't blame you. But when your biggest whales say we don't like X population, that's kind of concerning, right? So anyway, we'll cover two things, right? We'll do one thing at a time. About how they came in and changed the program. But something else I want to pull up is some DMs. And again, I have never shared these publicly. I have never. Oh my god, I'm like got like nasally here. I'm not crying, I swear. I got like bad sinuses. Hold on. Ugh. Sorry, just sneezed. I miss when I could breathe normally here. Here's a DM I got. This is from last year, actually. This is Karen, right? This is Karen. This guy originally was part of the content creator program who helped us out, and then he just left and ghosted us forever. So I am going to publicly show this. I'm going to publicly show this, so you guys can see for yourself. You can see over here, I'm trying to message this guy for a long time, saying, "Hey, can we get some communication? Are you even continuing this program?" Like, that's how bad the communication was, guys. Like, we didn't even know if there was a program still. That's how bad it got. And of course, this is where they save face, right? This is where Chong makes his own Discord, his own Twitter and stuff. Like the head of Snowbreak, his name's Chong. He made a new Twitter. He tried to save face and everything. Cool. Anyway, let me just read this out loud. We're deeply aware that due to short staffing and other reasons, we have disappointed members of our creator community who have supported us. We sincerely apologize and would like to make amends to thank you for your steadfast support and selfless contributions to Snowbreak Containment Zone. We plan to offer substantial rewards for our most active creators. These rewards will include merch boxes, gift cards, and additional in-game rewards. These rewards represent our dedication to resolving past issues and recognizing outstanding creators. We kindly request that you keep this information confidential. I'm not doing that shit. And refrain from publicly sharing the details of the rewards. This will help us maintain a fairness and a harmonious atmosphere in the community. And this is the shit that actually gets me. There's so many times where they tell us, don't say anything, right? I did not sign an NDA. I can say what I want. All right. I don't care about your harmony, because if you want harmony, then do it right. Be fair to everybody. Don't give me special treatment. Even though I may have views and everything, and I was a big Snowbreak creator, I don't think I should get special treatment. All right. If you have a tier, you know, a tier result Excel sheet of how things work, sure. But like, you didn't have to give me shit. I just wanted things to be fixed. And they always do that, by the way. They always do that. When we found out how to decensor Snowbreak, I'm going to put it all on the table. I will put it all on the goddamn table. We knew Snowbreak was going to get censored, and they shared with us. I'm not lying. They literally shared with us how to decensor the game. But they wanted us to spin it in a way where it didn't seem like it came from them. But it did. It 100% did. I did not sign an NDA. I have no reason to keep this a secret anymore. So literally they said, hey, here's a way to decensor the game. Just do this neat trick that you can do. Please make a video about this, etc., etc., etc. Vicyush made an article of how to decensor your game. I made a video. It's one of my best performing videos. I wonder why. But yeah, and the thing is, people doubted us. Like, how do you know this is going to work, right? And the only thing I can tell you at this point is they fucking told us. But they didn't want anyone to know, right? They always do this secret bullshit I'm sick of. I am sick of it. Moving forward, we plan to update the creator program on July 1st and aim to enhance the experience of the program. Here's some improvements we will soon implement. Simplify the creator application process while introducing clear guidelines for exiting and ensuring community vitality and fairness. Again, this happened for a little bit. Gradually increases manpower and resources to support the existing creator program and providing more promotional, I can't talk, resources for outstanding works of creator authorization. They assigned one person to this team. He is really good. Love that guy. He did nothing wrong. And again, he is the reason why the program was good for a while. And it's still not his fault. Again, these new people from China came into the Discord server and fucked everything up. And there's nothing he could have done about it. Revise the previous submission cycles to align with each game version, removing limits on the number of fan art submissions to better support creators during each version. If you have any questions or suggestions, please be free to contact us. Well, we know that's bullshit, right? We know that's bullshit. Yeah. So, yeah, whatever. Anyway, there you go, right? So they saved face. They saved face. Chong made a Discord server. I keep saying Discord, made a Twitter, trying to, like, you know, have good public relations with the global side. He's not that active on it. But sure, whatever. I'd like to see what he says now, or if he even knows what's happening. By the way, guys, I'm banned from the Snowbreak Discord. There's a drop for you. If you don't know, I'm banned from the. And do you know why? I don't know. I have an idea, but I don't know. If anything, I think I probably deserve to be banned, but we'll get to that later. I know there's a lot of things I'm gonna keep saying we'll get to that later, but trust me, there's a lot to unpack here. Okay, cool. Go back to this content creator thing. So they kind of pulled the plug, basically lower the rewards, which is crazy because there wasn't that much rewards to begin with. There wasn't even that much to begin with. There really wasn't. But yeah, basically I can see that the Snowbreak program didn't get better. Vicyush finally makes an article, and they give him an ultimatum. Because when he posted this article, right, to the official Snowbreak Reddit, they deleted it, or I'm sorry, they unlisted it. They unlisted it because I couldn't find it yesterday. And they messaged him and said, hey, get rid of this article, or we're removing you from the creator program. Which at this point didn't even mean much. I love when companies think that their fake ass gotcha currency means the world to us, because it really doesn't, all right? How about some self-respect for once? And Vicyush, being the guy he is, said no. He did not remove this article, and they removed him. So yeah, that's a reason why I'm kind of making this video, because that's bullshit. By the way, if you want to have an idea of what the Snowbreak moderation team is like in the Discord, here's an idea. I think this is probably what I got banned for. Hold on. Here we go. I'll show this one. Because the thing about the Snowbreak Discord right now, if you say anything bad about the game, if you say the words NTR, if you mention 01, right? The thing is, like, if you at any small way put a slight towards Snowbreak, they will silence you. They will ban you without telling you anything. They will do that. That's the kind of crystallization that the Discord has become. It is basically a monolith mentality of CM players in there now. So here's something else, right? This is like, you can't see this now because I got banned. And I guess all my messages got deleted, but I was smart and I made screenshots. So in the Discord, I mentioned in here, nope, there were a bunch of internal problems before the raid. By the way, there was a raid in the Discord. We'll get to that later. Yeah, there was a Discord raid that removed like 40,000 people. Anyway, don't worry, we'll get to it. I know even I'm not in the server DM, I don't know what this guy's talking about. He's kind of dumb. I have nothing to DM about, just thought I visited the gravestone because I came back, I saw the server, and I was notified that 40,000 people got removed. So like there was like a Discord raid. I'm like, okay, cool. So basically I came back in here and said there were a bunch of internal problems before the raid, and I wanted to come back to visit the gravestone, basically. Was that insulting? I don't know. Maybe to some people, but I think that was pretty fitting. Here's one of your mods. who's going to literally say, if you have no idea about anything, you can be quiet. So if you want an idea of what the moderation team is in that Discord server, I dare you to go inside the Snowbreak Discord server, type in O1, type in NTR, type in anything that could be a banned word, and they will literally silence you. What's crazy is that this little badge right here is art of somebody they also banned from the server. I think it's cute that they'll ban their old moderators. I guess we can get to that. They banned their old moderators, right? When the new people came in, they basically just removed the old moderators because they wanted them to sign an NDA, which would have their real life information and work 8 hours as a mod, which I don't know how that works. They basically came in and said, this is your new job. One of the mods there who made art for them got banned for not wanting to do it. And they didn't break any rules. They got banned. Anyway, this is her art, by the way. I think it's really cute that they still use her artwork, but sure, whatever. It's not like you're above anything else at this point. So, yeah. So when the new people came in from China, they fucked up the content creator program, and they fucked up the moderators. The moderators basically were told, do this or you'll be removed. And I think every one of them said, no, we're not going to sign an NDA to be mods. We've been here for like almost a year and a half. We're not going to do that. We don't care about the DigiCash. And they're like, okay, you're not going to be mods anymore, which is fine. That's okay, I guess. If you don't want to do the job anymore with your new bosses, sure, you have every right to stop. But I don't think you should be banned from the fucking server for it. They got banned from it for not wanting to be mods anymore. They got removed from the Discord. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Right? So basically, they made new rules. Here's my favorite one. At first, this makes sense. Afterwards, it gets a little bit funny. All forms of discrimination and hate speech based on race, ethnicity, gender identity, sex, or other protected characteristics in Snowbreak community guidelines are strictly forbidden. Okay. That makes sense. I think that's pretty fair. Yeah. Furthermore, please refrain from discussion of sensitive content such as politics, religions, acts of violence, and other serious topics. Yeah. I think that's pretty fair. Please don't discuss of NTR, Yuri, female main character, and inappropriate topics which is against the main spirit of Snowbreak, etc. Okay. I mean, we said not to discriminate based off gender identity or sex, but I mean, Yuri and female main character, that's it's kind of off the table. So yeah, you can't. Don't mention Yuri. Dude, do you guys not see like the crystallization of this hive mind happening? And again, I'm not saying it's a globalist player's problem. Because if you're just enjoying the game and doing your own thing, you don't care about this, that's fine. Do what you want to do. But basically, any cultivation of a community is being ripped apart internally. And it sucks. It sucks so much because these are people I spent a lot of time with, right? Making content for this game. A bunch of people I interacted with. And just to see them all get, banned like bowling pins, like one after another, like a strike. It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks, man. The whole entire global Discord server is nothing but CN chatters who basically just wanted global to not have a place. And it's really bad. Especially when Vicyush, which again is the LeBron James of Snowbreak, gets an ultimatum of remove your article or be removed. I'm just saying, if this moderation screenshot I showed you of that mod saying be quiet, if that's not enough, of a red flag for you, I don't know what is, guys, because it's really bad. It's pretty bad. And the reason why I didn't want to bring this up until Vicyush got basically shot was because I knew shit like this would happen, right? Like, people would say stuff like this, like, dude gets special perks and shit and makes an article about how greedy the devs are. I mean, I kind of get why they did. Dude was getting hush money. The point of hush money is that you hush. But he didn't stay quiet. He didn't stay quiet. I just knew this shit would happen, and that's why I didn't care enough to make anything until Vicyush made a post. So, yeah. That is what's happening to your Snowbreak community. If you've had no idea what happens, I hope it doesn't change your perspective of the game. If you like what Snowbreak has to offer and you enjoy playing that game, by all means, keep doing it. This is not a slight against the gameplay of Snowbreak, even though I do think it could improve. Honestly, I think all gachas need to improve when it comes to content, but that's the point, right? You run out of shit to do. Whatever. But the fact that this has gone this far, this has gone literally this far. This is a game I defended this team like a year ago, right? And now I kind of fucking regret it. I kind of regret it, man. I do. Someone posted this on our Gacha Gaming. By the way, I don't use Reddit that much. But apparently the whole Snowbreak thing is like the #1 trending thing on our Gacha Gaming right now. It's like the #1 thing. 824 upvotes, 254 comments. Yeah, this is a big deal. What's really cute is that when they posted this, the moderators put Vicyush's article back on Reddit. So you know that article that they deleted off their Reddit? To damage control, to backpedal, they put it back. You just can't see it because it's buried underneath all the other shit. And I don't want to put Snowbreak's official Reddit on the screen because I might get banned for it. So who knows? But yeah, it sucks. It sucks. So anyway, last week, Vicyush, a content creator for Snowbreak and the manager, snowbreak.gg, released an article detailing further details and the rewards, the increase in promotion of the works and these contents they curate, even telling the content creators that they feel the adjusted rewards are insufficient, they can participate in the fan works content. That's the other thing, man. It's like, hey, if you don't like our program or lack thereof, you can still submit stuff in the fan work. Whatever. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Like, this is like the last guy that should be your enemy, right? This is the guy that, how many articles has this guy made for Snowbreak? Like, this is the last guy you would want. Like, he still made another article. Like, after all this shit, right? He's still going. He made another one right here to help people out. And people are it's like, how do you do this, man? Again, literally all you have to do was nothing. You had to do literally nothing. It was fine on the global side. It was perfectly okay. And then out of nowhere, these new people came in. And it fucking sucks, man. How do you do that? How do you fumble that hard when literally the best you had to do was nothing and leave it alone? Some people think it might be to save money. But even then, the content creator program wasn't getting much digicash anyway, and that's not even real money. So I don't know where they're going with that. But if they're trying to cut costs, I sure hope not, because that doesn't explain much for the future of the game. But we'll see. We'll see. But here's the other thing, right? One more thing about the moderation team. The raid of 40,000 people gone from the Discord. You know, it says a lot about your own decisions if you have mods on your team still that apparently really don't like you, that would go as far as to find an exploit to ban or remove 40,000 people from your Discord. The Discord had like 80,000 people in it. It has like 37 now, right? Now, I don't condone the act of like doing anything malicious, right? I don't know. That's how I found out. That's how I came back and found out what was happening with Snowbreak, right? That's like I was at the gym, dude. I've been working out, right? But when I got told that 40,000 people got removed, I was like, what the fuck happened? So you're telling me that when these new people came in, obviously there were some mods on that team that really just didn't like you, really didn't like what you have been doing, and would go as far as to just ban 40,000 people. Does that solve anything? Not really. Is it funny? A little bit. It is kind of funny. But doesn't that just send a message to you? Right? Doesn't that send a message about how horrible you have been to your global side and how dead of a Discord you currently have right now? You gotta, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and stop pointing fingers, because that's all the CN team has ever done. Every time there's been an issue with China drama and Snowbreak, they've always pointed the finger. They've always said there was a conspiracy. They always said so-and-so got a job at our place and sabotaged us from within. So-and-so ruined the writing for Frisia's story, which happened, right? The story chapter wasn't available for like, what, 3 weeks? They're like, oh, it's a conspiracy. Someone came in and they fucked everything up. Someone did this. Someone did X. Like, no, they didn't. All right. There's a point where it has to stop. There's a point where you can't point fingers anymore. All right. You can't play the victim, especially after you turn your fucking back and do all of this. We gave you the benefit of a doubt about how, oh, woe is you, you're the underdog. People don't like fan service games in China. Oh, poor you, woe is you. The reason why people are attacking you is because you have fan service and they can't do fans. That's not it anymore, dude. You can't say that. All right? You can't keep pointing the fingers to deflect what you guys are doing. And you can't just apologize for one moment to save face and then immediately turn your back and keep doing the same shit you said you wouldn't do again. You don't do that. All right? That's not okay. That's not what you do. But sure, I guess instead what you do is remove people who don't agree with what you say. And what's even crazy is that if you I can't make this shit up. I literally can't. I can't make this shit up. When they posted these rules, this is why I think I deserve to get banned, by the way. I should probably stay banned from the Discord server. Right? I should be banned. When they posted those rules about saying no NTR, no Yuri, make sure you stay within the China guidelines. You know what I did? Oh, I tore them apart. I had nothing left to lose. I had nothing left to lose, right? I tore them apart. People who reacted to my messages in the server, which I can't get those messages now because they're deleted, because they banned me. I wish I could go and get them because 1, they were pretty fucking funny, and 2, I would love to show you guys, but I can't because they deleted everything I say because that's what they do. But anyone who reacted to my messages with like a keck W or a thumbs up or anything, all those people got banned. So if you send an emoji, right? If you even react to someone else who is disrespecting the spirit of Snowbreak Containment Zone, you get banned too. All those people got banned. If you send a ban for saying keck W. Banned for saying keck W. Yeah, fucking hilarious. That's how sensitive these mods are, right? You would think that you would do something better with your time, like try to make your community better or try to actually establish some rules that make sense, but instead you're still hung over the tiniest bullshit that doesn't even matter in the end. It doesn't even matter. So yeah, that's really cool. You can't make this up, dude. You literally can't. You cannot make this shit up, right? They don't know how to do their job. They came in and messed everything up, spat in the face of what left of a global community they had. I don't even know how many people still play Snowbreak. Obviously, some people do. If you're still watching this video or watching the stream, some people might even know about Snowbreak. But yeah, that's really cute. Let's see if I can find this. Oh, here it is. This is the one that really got me, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. So this is what happened after the raid. After the raid, right? This is crazy. So again, I don't condone banning 40,000 people. I don't know how you fucking did that. I don't condone randomly banning 40,000 people from your Discord. I don't think that's the correct thing to do. It does send a message. Holy fuck. But this is one of the responses. A friendly reminder to all Snowbreak global players. You Snowbreak global players. Oh, you'll get yours. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. If Snowbreak's current direction is not to your taste, then you can leave at any time. But some of you chose to attack a fellow global community just because you despise Master Love / harem and ignored the scene. No, it's not because they despise harems. All right, it's not because they despise Master Love. That's your own shit, right? If you like that gooning stuff, you do you. It's because ignoring the CN guidelines. Don't try to flip it. Don't try to fucking flip it here. Because you despise and ignored CN guidelines. You didn't follow the Chinese rules, mister. Don't forget that you are living in other people's home. It's like forcing an Asian to eat bread instead of rice as their main diet. This is some schizo shit, dude. This is fucking ridiculous. You can call this blasphemy all you want, but the recent events prove how I can't fucking... Dude, it's bad. It's bad, right? This is their strongest warriors. This is literally their strongest warrior right here, dude. It's bad. And most people, again, this is a minority. Most people have nothing to do with this, right? Most people are just playing their Snowbreak, hanging out, doing their thing, not caring about the drama. That's fine. I am jealous of you. I am very jealous. I wish I did not have the information I do. I wish I was not cursed with the info I have. I feel like China and global are like attached, right? Because it was like a global release. And I don't feel like they can sever off the global side without taking down all the servers. I think it's like a cross server kind of deal, right? There's no like CN version of Snowbreak. It's all the same, right? Otherwise they would definitely do some differences. It's all the same. What I feel like CN players are just their own thing, right? And global players to them feel like some kind of ball and chain on their ankle. And they feel like, get this ball of chain off me, but they can't because we're stuck. We're stuck to their ankles, right? So that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I wish it was two separate things. Maybe then our game wouldn't be censored. Because if there was a global version of this game, then it wouldn't be censored, right? That's for China only. China does that. China censors their games a lot. By the way, speaking of games, Unomusume, the GOAT, can't wait to play Horse Girls. That's going to be fun. Can't wait for that. I'll be playing that. Cool. But I need to close the book on this whole Snowbreak shit, dude, because I have been quiet for 6 months and I've been living my life, and people have asked me what is going on with this game, and I've refused to elaborate and just kept living my life. But after Vicyush gets literally shot just for existing and given an article for feedback because they wouldn't listen to him, then guess what? Now I make a video. Now I do it. That's all I needed. I wasn't going to do anything. I didn't even want to stream today. I didn't want to make this. Is that the only way they're going to listen is if their public reputation actually gets damaged? Who knows if that will happen? Maybe. I'm not saying I want to publicly damage Snowbreak's reputation. Not the game, but the people behind it and their community managers, sure. So what's crazy is that you're LeBron James for Snowbreak, who is still making articles for your game, right? Your final bastion here, who has been here since the beginning. He doesn't even want to do this anymore, right? He said he'll keep going. But if you lose Vicyush, have fun. You know, people are gonna go about their life, I'm sure, do their own thing, but you're gonna lose a very valuable resource and a very pinnacle person of the community, right? You're gonna lose that. And if you don't care about that, sure, you know, I can't convince you otherwise. Destroy the content creator program, which is perfectly fine after they fixed it. Destroy the moderation team from within. Kept some people in the moderation team that they shouldn't have kept. And because they did that, you lost 40,000 people from your Discord and a lot of server boost. So you lost that. You try to silence people who make articles. If you like this video, don't subscribe. Don't like the video, because this is not the content I make. I'm going to make videos about horse girls and maybe some IRL content, because I went to the Kentucky Derby and got to go visit the Side Games booth. So that's going to come. So tell you what, if you come back to my channel and you want to see this video and you want to subscribe afterwards, cool, I've earned it. Do I do a face reveal? Face reveal? Really quick. You're going to see me on YouTube with my face anyway. You guys want to see how much weight I've lost? Hold on, let me do that. My face. This is what I look like. My shirts are very big now. I need to get new clothes, but I'm still losing weight. At the gym 4 times a week. Was at the gym today. I'm exhausted. I'll be back making content soon. Yeah, PlayStation shirt. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Goodbye. Ending stream. See ya.